Hey folks, Buck Risby here, Ultimate Lifespan Easing. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to share something that happened with me recently. It was something bad that happened to me, and the experience that I had with that, and how I was able to get past it pretty quickly. I actually have joining us here on this video my son Lucas. Say hi, Luke.
Hi.
So he's really excited about being part of the video. I'm obviously in the kids' play area right now. I've got toys and stuff, a little workspace next to me. So what happened was last week I was changing my daughter Emma, changing her diaper, and she's about 23 pounds. I was carrying her and I put her down on the bed and I leaned over to do that, and something popped in my lower back. Now I've had problems with my lower back for probably the last 15 years, and on occasion something will happen and I'll twist, turn, go down the stairs, and I'll be literally in excruciating pain. I've had that happen a couple of times, and usually that's happened when I was carrying a lot more weight than I am now. I'm now down, as some of you may know, I'm down to my normal body weight. I've lost recently 52 pounds, which I mentioned in a previous video. But I'm now down at my normal weight, and I was carrying her. I put her down in the bed, and something clicked, something popped in my lower back, and I was just in excruciating pain. And I wanted to recover from that very, very quickly because I'm very busy, I'm active, I've got young kids, and I just wanted to be back up and up on my feet again. So I wanted to share a couple of tips that I've used, that I know that are consistent in helping relieve lower back pain. Now, this is absolutely not going to replace getting advice from your doctor. If you feel that this is serious enough, you want to go see your health practitioner and make sure that there's nothing more serious going on. But the couple tips, number one, and I violated this rule, was move. Unfortunately, I spend way too much time sitting in a chair, much like this is my wife's little office space here. This is my wife's chair. Sitting in a chair at my workspace, and I'll probably sit several hours at a time just because I get focused. I'm writing, I'm looking at email, I'm doing things related to the business and other things. And I forget how much time I'm spending sitting and not moving. So the first rule about helping to alleviate back pain, specifically lower back pain, is to move. Get some movement, some exercise. Don't spend, like I do or I did, 2 hours sitting in the chair and not get up, walk around, maybe doing a little twisting back and forth and making sure that things are limber for you. So movement is important. In conjunction with movement, we've always heard about, we need to exercise more. That's certainly very true. And carrying extra weight is going to exacerbate the problems that you would have with lower back. So I recently lost 50 pounds. I was hoping that would prevent me from having a problem in the future. Obviously, I needed to do other things, which was get up off my butt and start to move. And so that certainly has helped. Number two is that you want to make sure that from a sleep standpoint that you're getting plenty of sleep and that your body position while you're sleeping is correct. Now, I like to sleep on my side, and I typically have my legs drawn in a little bit in a sort of semi-fetal position, and that is probably the ideal position to be in order to minimize lower back pain. So I don't know if you like to sleep on your back or in a different position, on your tummy. I know my wife likes to sleep on her tummy. Both of those are not ideal, but if you have to sleep on your back, for instance, you might want to slip a pillow underneath your knees and elevate your knees. But ideally, if you can do this, sleep on your side with your legs drawn in slightly. Okay, so that's something that can be very helpful. And getting enough sleep is incredibly important. I'm a straight 8-hour kind of guy. I don't always get it, but it's certainly going to help your body rest and recuperate and recover from the lower back pain. And I've got my audience, Lukey, here, looking at me as I talk. So the other thing that you want to pay attention to is if you are sitting for long periods of time, is to have yourself be in a position where you are your knees. You can see my knees here. That your knees are actually slightly higher than your hips, because if you're obviously you want to sit erect, so posture is important. Maybe having a little bit of lumbar support is good, but if your knees are now lower than your hips, and you're sitting for long periods of time, this is going to pose a problem for you and could lead, I think this was one of the problems I ran into, could lead to a lower back problem. So one of the things that you can do if you're not lowering your chair enough so that your knees are slightly raised above your hips is that you might want to have a little footstool there so you can elevate your feet slightly, raise your knees up slightly above your hips, and that will help that issue. There's one last thing that I'm going to share with you, and that is a little exercise, a little stretching exercise that you can do. I'm going to set this here on the, if I can, I'm going to use my sun a second. Okay, so, my son was going to hold it for me. So what you want to do is you can be here and lay down, see if I can get fully in the frame here. You can lie down and have your knees bent and raise one knee and hold it while you're pushing your lower back to the floor, and hold that for about 5 seconds, and that's going to help to stretch the lower back and help to relieve some of the strain that's there. I'm going to do that, switch to the other side, push my lower back down to the floor as I'm pulling my knee to my chest gently, maybe holding that for 5 seconds, and then repeating that maybe 10 times so that I'm getting a nice stretch of my lower back. I felt that not only that does that feel good while I do it, but it's going to help to get things a little bit more limber, and we talked about, you know, making sure that you move. So with that, this is my producer, Lucas. I'm going to sign off for now, and those are my tips to help you overcome lower back pain. And like I said, I literally was practically on my knees last week, and I was able to recover from that very quickly. So one other thing, I've got some great additional information that I'm going to be sharing with you that you will not want to miss tomorrow on how to alleviate lower back pain. You won't want to miss this, so be on the lookout for my email tomorrow morning, and I'll look forward to seeing you then. Take care.